Greetings, listeners, and welcome to the Howl Hub podcast, your window into the heart and history of Canine Haven. I'm Huggable Howler, here to guide you through the tales and legends of our beloved town. Today's episode is a journey back in time, uncovering the roots and echoes of our past, with a special focus on one of our most revered figures, Elder Barkpaw. So, find a cozy nook, relax, and let's embark on this historical adventure together. Canine Haven, a name that resonates with a sense of community and history. But have you ever wondered how it all began? Our story starts in an era long before the bustling streets and lively parks we know today, in a time when our land was a vast canvas of untamed nature. Imagine a wilderness, rich and uncharted, waiting for its first pawprints. The founding canines, pioneers of their time, ventured into this wild expanse with dreams of creating a sanctuary. Among them was a visionary, a leader who would later be known as Elder Barkpaw. Elder Barkpaw, even in his early days, showed remarkable foresight and wisdom. He led his fellow canines through dense forests and across tumultuous rivers. Under the grand old oak in what is now our town square, he stood tall and proclaimed, "Here, we shall carve out our destiny, here in Canine Haven." And let's not forget the legends that are entwined with our town's history. The tales of the howling crystal hidden beneath the Drakonspire Peaks, or the fabled ghostly hounds that are said to roam the moors under the full moon. These stories, passed down from generation to generation, are more than just folklore. They are a testament to our town's rich and mystical heritage. As word of Elder Barkpaw's haven spread, canines from diverse backgrounds arrived, each contributing their unique skills and culture. Together, they built homes, established markets, and created a community governed by fairness and mutual respect. This collective spirit, this bond of unity and cooperation, is what transformed a wilderness into the vibrant Canine Haven we cherish today. So, as we stroll through the streets of Canine Haven, let's remember and honor the legacy of Elder Barkpaw and those early settlers. Their dreams, perseverance, and unity have woven the rich tapestry of our town's history, a history that we continue to build upon each day. Up next, a truly extraordinary segment, a conversation with the spirit of Elder Barkpaw himself. Stay with us as we connect with the past in a way only possible here in Canine Haven. Welcome back to the Howl Hub podcast. After journeying through the rich history of Canine Haven, we now find ourselves at the threshold of a truly remarkable moment. I am both thrilled and humbled to present our next segment, an ethereal interview with the spirit of Elder Barkpaw. Elder Barkpaw, a name etched in the annals of our town's history, known for his wisdom, leadership, and connection to the mystical forces of nature. Today, through the marvels of spirit communication, we have the unique opportunity to hear from Elder Barkpaw himself. Listeners, imagine with me a dimly lit room, candles flickering, casting shadows that dance upon the walls. In the center, a medium sits, her eyes closed, her paws gently resting on a crystal orb. The air is charged with anticipation as we reach across the veil to connect with Elder Barkpaw.
Greetings, descendants and dwellers of Canine Haven. It warms my spirit to speak with you across the age.
Elder Barkpaw, could you share with us your vision when founding Canine Haven? What drove you to create this sanctuary?
In my time, the world was a wild tapestry, untamed and unclaimed. We sought a haven, not just of land, but of spirit, a community where every canine could thrive in harmony with nature and each other. My vision was of unity, peace, and prosperity for all.
How do you feel about the Canine Haven of today, as compared to the one you established?
It fills my heart to see how our small settlement has flourished. The essence of our founding principles, unity, respect, and harmony with the natural world, still resonates in the hearts of its inhabitants.
Is there a message or advice you wish to impart to us in the present day?
Cherish and preserve the bonds of community. Remember that every member, every voice, is a vital thread in the fabric of Canine Haven, and never lose sight of the deep connection we share with the land and its ancient magic.
Elder Barkpaw, thank you for your enduring wisdom and guiding light. Your legacy continues to inspire us. Up next, we shift our focus from the mystical past to the vibrant present. We'll explore the bustling life of Canine Haven's artisans and entrepreneurs, the beating heart of our community. Stay tuned as we uncover the stories behind the local businesses that bring flavor and color to our town. Welcome back to the Howl Hub podcast. After connecting with the past through Elder Barkpaw's spirit, we now turn to the present, where the spirit of Canine Haven thrives in its bustling markets and creative corners. This segment shines a spotlight on the artisans and entrepreneurs of Canine Haven, the dedicated individuals who infuse our town with innovation, tradition, and a dash of magic. Canine Haven isn't just about its rich history or beautiful landscapes, it's also about the people who make it a living, breathing community. Today, we're exploring the stories of those who craft, create, and serve the beating heart of our town's economy and culture. First up, we take a stroll to the Barkery, a place where the aroma of fresh treats is as comforting as the warmth of the morning sun. Here, we meet Bella, the owner and master baker, known for her delightful pastries and innovative recipes.
Welcome to the BRK treat. Here is baked with love and a sprinkle of Canine Haven spirit. We believe in using locally sourced ingredients to support our community and ensure the highest quality for our free friends.
Bella, what inspired you to start the Barkery?
I wanted to create a place that's not just a bakery, but a gathering spot for friends, family, and all who seek a taste of home.
Next, we visit the Woofwich, a sandwich shop that has become a landmark in Canine Haven. Wolfgang Wolfson, the renowned chef and owner, greets us with his signature dish.
At the Woofwich, we blend traditional canine fare with modern culinary techniques. Our sandwiches are a journey of flavors, each telling a story of our town's diverse culture.
Wolfgang, how do you see your role in the community?
I see myself as a culinary storyteller, weaving the tastes and traditions of Canine Haven into every bite.
Our artisans and entrepreneurs do more than just run businesses, they foster a sense of community and belonging. They're custodians of our town's character, ensuring that the essence of Canine Haven is preserved and celebrated in their craft. A big thank you to Bella and Wolfgang for sharing their stories and passions with us. They, like many others in our town, embody the spirit of Canine Haven, a place where dreams take shape, and every craft tells a story. Up next, we dive into the heart of our community's biggest celebration, the Dogfest extravaganza. Stay tuned as we uncover the behind-the-scenes magic that makes this festival a highlight of our calendar. Welcome back, faithful listeners, to Howl Hub Podcast. After exploring the inspiring stories of our local artisans and entrepreneurs, it's time to wag our tails for the most anticipated event in Canine Haven, the Dogfest extravaganza. This segment takes you behind the scenes of this spectacular festival, a celebration that brings our community together in a symphony of joy and camaraderie. Dogfest is not just a festival, it's a testament to our town spirit. It's where the heart of Canine Haven beats the loudest, showcasing our culture, arts, and the unbreakable bond we share as a community. Let's sniff out what makes Dogfest the tail-wagging phenomenon it is. To give us a sneak peek, we're joined by Max, the head organizer of Dogfest. Max, tell us about the magic that goes into planning such an event.
Oh, Howler. It's a whirlwind of excitement and hard work. Months of planning go into Dogfest. We collaborate with local businesses, artists, and volunteers to create a celebration that reflects the heart and soul of Canine Haven.
And what can the attendees expect at this year's Dogfest?
We have everything from local cuisine showcases at the Bark Bazaar to the Wag Wiggle Dance-Off. Artisans from across Canine Haven will display their crafts at the Paul Day Market. And let's not forget the main event, the grand unveiling of Elder Barkpaw's statue, honoring our town's founder in a way we've never seen before. Dogfest is a time when every canine, young and old, comes together to celebrate our heritage, our achievements, and our dreams. It's more than a festival, it's a symbol of our unity and strength as a community.
That sounds absolutely pawsome. How does Dogfest contribute to the community spirit of Canine Haven? I've seen many a pup's eyes light up at the parade and the elders share stories at the storytelling tent. It's these moments that turn Dogfest into a treasure trove of memories, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's these shared experiences, the laughter, the stories, that weave us closer as a community. Dogfest is where memories are made and traditions are born.
Thank you, Max, for giving us a glimpse into the heart of Dogfest. To our listeners, whether you're a long-time attendee or a first-time visitor, Dogfest promises to be an event that you won't forget. As we wrap up this segment, stay tuned for our next episode where we explore the daily life of Canine Haven through the eyes of Arthur, the Merle-furred Border Collie Canoid. We'll discover his journey from the halls of academia to the vibrant life in our charming town. Hello again, dear listeners. You're tuned into the Howl Hub podcast, where the tales of Canine Haven come to life. After reveling in the excitement of Dogfest, it's time to shift our focus to a more personal narrative. In this segment, we follow the journey of Arthur, the Merle-furred Border Collie, whose story is a testament to the vibrant and dynamic life that pulses through our town. Let's delve into his experiences and see Canine Haven through his eyes. Arthur's story is not just about a change of scenery, it's about discovery, growth, and finding one's place in the tapestry of Canine Haven. Let's hear from Arthur himself about his journey from academia to the heart of our community.
Thanks, Howler. My journey to Canine Haven began shortly after graduating from Snotopolis University. Armed with a degree and a passion for storytelling, I sought a new adventure, a place where my stories could find a home. That's when I discovered Canine Haven, a town rich in history and brimming with inspiring tales.
What was it like settling into Canine Haven?
It was a whirlwind of new experiences. The cobbled streets, the aromatic scents from the barkery, the friendly faces greeting me, it all felt like stepping into a storybook. I was particularly struck by the sense of community here. It's something you can feel in the air, a genuine warmth and welcoming spirit.
Tell us about your first visit to Parliament Hall. That must have been quite an experience.
Oh, it was incredible. Parliament Hall isn't just the epicenter of governance, it's a hub of community activity. The architecture is stunning, and the halls are filled with murals depicting Canine Haven's history. I remember feeling a deep sense of belonging as I walked through those halls, marveling at how every detail tells a story.
And how have you become involved in the community since your arrival?
I've been fortunate to start a ghostwriting service, helping others bring their stories to life. It's more than a job, it's a way to connect with the diverse experiences and rich histories of the residents here. Each story I help craft is a new adventure, a new friendship.
As someone who's relatively new to Canine Haven, what do you think makes this town special?
It's the blend of tradition and innovation, the respect for history alongside the excitement for the future. Canine Haven is a place where every day brings something new, yet there's always a comforting familiarity in the community's rhythm.
Thank you, Arthur, for sharing your journey with us. Your story is a beautiful reminder of the ever-evolving narrative of Canine Haven and the unique role each resident plays in it. As we conclude this segment, we look forward to exploring more personal stories and the vibrant culture of our town. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll delve into the attractions and hidden gems of Canine Haven, a guide for both locals and visitors alike. Welcome back to Howl Hub Podcast, where the stories of Canine Haven come alive in your ears. After learning about Arthur's journey, we now turn our attention to the wonders that draw both locals and visitors alike. In this segment, we'll explore the attractions and hidden gems that make Canine Haven a truly special place. Whether you're a lifelong resident or a first-time visitor, there's always something new to discover in our vibrant town. Canine Haven isn't just a haven for its residents, it's a destination that beckons to travelers from far and wide. With its unique blend of history, culture, and natural beauty, there's no shortage of sights to explore and experiences to cherish. Our first stop is the Canine Hall of Fame and Museum. This cultural landmark offers a deep dive into the history of Canine Haven and the remarkable achievements of canines throughout history. From ancient artifacts to contemporary exhibits, it's a place where history comes to life. Next, let's venture to the outskirts of town to witness the natural wonder of Furry Falls. This picturesque waterfall is not just a feast for the eyes, it's a serene spot for contemplation and connection with nature. The falls cascade gracefully over rocks, creating a melody that harmonizes with the tranquil surroundings. But Canine Haven has its secrets too. Tucked away in quiet corners are hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Take, for instance, the Whispering Woods, a small grove known for its peculiar acoustics. Legends say if you whisper your dreams here, they're bound to come true. And let's not forget the various festivals and celebrations that bring our streets to life throughout the year. From the Spring Pup Parade to the Autumn Harvest Howl, each event is a vibrant display of our town's spirit and traditions. Whether it's through the halls of history, the paths of natural beauty, or the lively streets of our festivals, Canine Haven has something to offer everyone. It's a place where every visit leaves you with new stories and memories. In our next segment, we'll dive into the listener's creative corner where your imagination and love for Canine Haven come to life, along with the stories behind them. Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to a very special segment of Howl Hub Podcast, The Listener's Creative Corner. This is where your imagination and love for Canine Haven come to life. I'm Huggable Howler, and I'm absolutely thrilled to share the creative ideas and stories you've sent to us. Let's dive into the wonderful tales and suggestions from our very own listeners, showcasing the boundless creativity of our beloved community. Our first contribution comes from Luna, a young canine from the sunny side of Canine Haven. Luna has written a delightful story about a secret garden hidden within the Whispering Woods. She imagines a magical place where the flowers hum and the trees tell ancient tales. Thank you, Luna, for this enchanting vision. Next, we have an adventurous tale from Rex, a longtime resident and explorer. Rex suggests a hidden underground tunnel beneath Canine Haven, leading to a mysterious chamber filled with historical artifacts and remnants of the town's early days. What a thrilling addition to our town's lore, Rex. And here's a fun twist from Daisy, a creative spirit from the heart of our town. Daisy proposes an annual event called the Great Canine Haven Treasure Hunt, where residents solve riddles and follow clues leading to hidden treasures around town. These treasures would tell stories of our history and culture. Fantastic idea, Daisy! These wonderful contributions not only spark our imagination but also deepen our connection to Canine Haven. Each story, each idea, adds another layer to our town's rich tapestry. It's incredible how our listeners, through their creativity, contribute to the ever-evolving narrative of our community. And we're always eager for more. If you have a tale to tell, a legend to weave, or a quirky idea about Canine Haven, send it our way. Your creativity could be featured in the next Listener's Creative Corner. A big thank you to Luna, Rex, Daisy, and all our listeners who shared their imagination with us. Your stories and ideas remind us of the magic that resides in every corner of Canine Haven and in the hearts of its inhabitants. Coming up next on Howl Hub Podcast, we'll be looking to the future of our town. Join us as we look to the future of Canine Haven. Welcome back, dear listeners, to the Howl Hub Podcast. As we've journeyed through the present and reminisced about the past, it's now time to look forward to the future of Canine Haven. I'm your host, Huggable Howler, ready to delve into the exciting developments and visions that are shaping the future of our beloved town. Canine Haven has always been a town that honors its history while eagerly embracing the future. Today, we'll explore what's on the horizon for Canine Haven. From new projects and initiatives to visions of sustainability and community growth, let's discover what the future holds. Joining us first are members of our town council. Councillor Fido, can you share with us some of the exciting projects that are currently in the works?
Absolutely, Howler. We're currently planning a new community center that will not only serve as a gathering space but will also host various educational and recreational programs. It's all about creating spaces that bring our community closer and foster learning and growth.
Sustainability is a key focus for many towns and cities. What steps is Canine Haven taking in this regard?
We're committed to making Canine Haven a leader in sustainability. This includes expanding our green spaces, implementing eco-friendly public transportation, and encouraging local businesses to adopt more sustainable practices.
And what about the overall vision for the future of Canine Haven? How do we see our town evolving in the coming years?
Our vision is to maintain the unique charm and close-knit community feel of Canine Haven while embracing innovation and progress. We want to be a town that not only preserves its heritage but also offers opportunities for all its residents to thrive.
How can the younger generation of Canine Haven get involved and contribute to this vision?
We're always looking for fresh ideas and perspectives, especially from our youth. We encourage them to participate in town meetings, volunteer for community projects, and bring their innovative ideas to the table. After all, they're the future of Canine Haven.
Thank you, Counselor Fido, for giving us a glimpse into the bright future of Canine Haven. It's clear that our town is in good paws, with a future that promises growth, sustainability, and a continued sense of community. Hello and welcome back to the Howl Hub podcast. I'm Huggable Howler, and it's time for our QA with Listeners segment. This is where I answer your burning questions about Canine Haven, its history, its people, and everything in between. Let's get started and see what curiosities you've dug up for us today. Our first question is from Benny, who asks, what inspired the unique architecture of Parliament Hall? Excellent question, Benny. Parliament Hall was designed by the renowned architect Sir Barclay Woofington. He was inspired by traditional canine structures and the natural beauty of Drakonspire Peaks. He aimed to create a building that represented the strength and unity of Canine Haven. Next up, we have a question from Sally. Are there any secret spots in Canine Haven for a quiet afternoon? Ah, Sally, Canine Haven is full of hidden gems. One of my personal favorites is the little-known Whistler's Corner in the Rolling Bone Meadow. It's a serene spot with a small brook, perfect for some quiet time or a peaceful read. Here's a fun one from Max. What's the tallest point in Canine Haven and have you ever been there, Howler? Max, the tallest point is actually the peak of Drakonspire. It's quite a hike, but the view from the top is absolutely breathtaking. I've been there a couple of times. It's a real treat for any adventurous canine. Now we have a question from Luna, asking, what's the oldest tradition in Canine Haven? Luna, the oldest tradition here is the Festival of Tales. It dates back centuries and is a celebration of our canine heritage. It includes a parade, storytelling, and, of course, a feast. It's a time when the whole community comes together to celebrate our history and culture. And from Theo, we have, what new initiatives are being planned to keep Canine Haven's spirit alive? Thanks for this insightful question, Theo. The Town Council is working on various projects, including a community art program and the expansion of our public green spaces. They're also considering hosting an annual Innovators of Canine Haven event to showcase and celebrate local talents and ideas. I want to thank everyone for their wonderful questions. It's your curiosity and love for Canine Haven that keeps the spirit of our podcast alive. Keep sending in your questions, and I'll keep digging up answers. And now, dear listeners, it's time to give you a tantalizing glimpse into our next episode of the Howl Hub podcast. We're taking a leap from the familiar streets of Canine Haven into the realms of fantasy with a captivating tale titled, Urdess Ascending. This story promises to take us on an extraordinary journey through the eyes of a most unusual dragon. Imagine a world where dragons roam the skies, and magic is as common as the wagging of tails. In this world, we meet Urdess the Great, a dragon unlike any other. Known for his glittering scales and vast hoard of treasures, Urdess boasts a collection that would make any dragon green with envy. But it's his scales, his shimmering, sparkling scales, that are his true pride and joy. Urdess, in his grand lair, discovers something new about himself: flexible neck frills that he never realized could unfurl like wings. With the guidance of a wise narrator, Urdess learns to glide, revealing a side of him he never knew existed. But that's just the beginning of his adventures. Urdess's journey is filled with unexpected twists and turns. From juggling objects with his dexterous frills to a comedic mishap while trying to retrieve a shiny diamond, Urdess's tale is one of discovery, humor, and imagination. So, dear listeners, join us next time on Howl Hub Podcast for Urdess Ascending. We'll follow the escapades of Urdess the Great, dive into his interactions with the narrator, and explore the magical world they inhabit. It's a story that promises to be as heartwarming as it is thrilling. As we draw to the close of today's episode of the Howl Hub podcast, I, Huggable Howler, want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. It's been an incredible journey through the stories, history, and vibrant life of Canine Haven, and none of it would have been possible without you, our cherished listeners. Together, we've traveled through time, from the historic insights of Elder Barkpaw to the promising future of our beloved town. We've celebrated the creativity and spirit of our residents in the listener's creative corner, and savored the culinary delights that make Canine Haven a haven for food lovers. Your questions, stories, and enthusiasm are what make this podcast a true reflection of Canine Haven. Each episode is a tapestry woven from your contributions, and for that, I am eternally grateful. As we look to the future, I am excited about the many more tales we have yet to uncover. Canine Haven is a wellspring of stories, and I can't wait to share more of them with you. So, stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop sharing your wonderful insights and ideas with us. Remember, this podcast is as much yours as it is mine. I invite you to continue being a part of our journey. Send in your stories, questions, and suggestions for what you'd like to hear in future episodes. Your voice is a vital part of the Howl Hub podcast. Thank you once again for joining us on this adventure. It's your love for Canine Haven and your engagement with our community that fuels this podcast. Keep those tails wagging and those ears perked for more stories from our wonderful town. Until next time, this is Huggable Howler, signing off. Stay howlin' good, Canine Haven.